wakina Lingugi, wakina Mungai Eve, tuko zingine mingi. So these are the people we should really respect, just the way we respect the mainstream. That you see at authorities, ila hata content creator mwenzako ndiye anakukandamiza. Wenda nje anakaribishwa, wanamjua, anapewa heshima na hadhi kuu, ila hapa kwetu ni kumkandamiza, tunawakandamiza. Advising the girl, why should you apologize to Kenyans? And even if you keep apologizing, utakesha hapo mpaka ng'ombe ziende kulishwa na zirudi, but wanaenda kwa street like wana shoot mtu semoja na wanahoji, lakini other guys are passing. Huwezi shtaki mse kama huyo because you are not the subject. Kwa mtu kwa boma huwezi enda kushoot kwa boma ya mse na ama ufuate mse kwa hoteli. Okay, so that one you'll be infringing the cool fries. Daniel Arap Moi leo amezuru nini such, then akishamaliza zake zote, second in command makamu wa rais, then picha yake inakuja. Kusabahi popote ulipo mtazamaji wa QUK TV, mimi ni Sami Njuguna, ukipenda Samtar. Ikiwa leo nimekuletea tena trending news whereby I would like us to just give a short kwa history ya Miss Trudy ambayo imekuwa ikitrend. She has already come out and apologized. Na hapo mbeleni tumekuwa pia na Millicent Omanga, naye ametrend sana, but I guess ilikuja ikafunika. You know Kenyans, kitu na trend leo nowadays, I guess something just trends for 24 hours and then afterwards it's done. So you've already forgotten that. Tumeingia kwa Miss Trudy, lakini before ishe, I've just decided to give my word on it. So Miss Trudy, tumeona hiyo video kidogo, nionyeshe vile alienda pale wakiwa na mabete zake Mombasa. That was Moi International Airport ya Mombasa. Akawa na shoot on a create content, so they are shoot na nini, showing her fans, the viewer. Then all of a sudden a man approaches an officer pale, amwambia don't shoot. So for her, she just said innocently, mbona unanizuia?
So we are here filming, we are being stopped, we are told not to film. It's just so wrong.
Chief Inspector, please.
I'm being told to switch off my camera. So
according to her, she has always done that, and not only here in Kenya but also in different airports. So first of all, so ameanza kusema there are those areas that are protected for security reasons. But for me, I have my own thinking. In as much as we would demonize her actions, of which she was ranting so much, in as much as we are demonizing her, I think we ought to change some laws, because the law is very clear. First, we need to understand, or rather, when like naonanga wase wengine wakienda pale wanapewa special treatment, anaingia VIP. In our country, we only believe that politicians are better than anyone else. Now, so far, like in a country like US, tunaona kwamba they have their own celebrities. And I'll mention someone like Mtembei TV, about during campaigns. There was a time he was in a meeting, political rally. I think it was just a political meeting. I remember him addressing now the president. Back then he was the deputy. He was addressing His Excellency William Samoei Ruto. And he says like a few months down the line, no one could have imagined that I would be rating on the same level as our ministers or CSs today. Someone earning over like half a name in a month. So in a country where joblessness is the order of the day, in a country that has so many youths who are unemployed, despite the fact that wamesoma, when we have a platform that has created jobs for many youths, and kama kuna mali kumekuwa na injustices ni in the media industry. The fourth estate wamefinywa sana. They are the watchdog of the society, but they never watch on themselves, because we have the media policy ambayo huwa inawakandamiza. So unapata among all the media houses we have, kila media iko na policy yake, and unfortunately when it comes to professionalism, unapata inakuwa overruled na media policy, and you find that most of these media houses are owned by politicians. I thank God today YouTube and other platforms, like now the TikTok, we have the FB, Insta, na Twitter, they've eliminated the middleman in dissemination of information. So if something is happening today, like I remember during this maandamano thing, anything that was happening within the estate, you find someone ako kwa ghorofa juu, msichana mdogo tu, but he's airing whatever is happening live. Zingine unapata usiku kuna wale vijana wanaingia wanaanza kufanya ukora, they are airing live. So unlike kitambo ambao unagoja media house ndio iende pale, they cannot be everywhere. But now having our phones today, it is very possible, and there is nothing you can do about it. We are living in a different era. See, as a kitambo, when you have more, we had more, you only like cabin, you only used to have one television station. I remember the ilikuwa inaanza 5 inafungwa saa 6. So ile time, if you tell a young person today that TVs because inafunguliangwa 5 every day, and then they are shut at 12. Mpaka tulikuwa tunajua, mimi nilikuwa nafikirianga TV iwezi funguka mchana, unless until I went to Nairobi to visit a family member. Nikapata kuna KTN ilikuwa imeanza, so it used to be 24 hours. I got surprised. Mimi singeondoka kwa TV because tulikuwa tumezoea ni 5 to 12, and then during the weekend they could open from 12 noon to 12 midnight. So hiyo ndio time at least kidogo watoto walikuwa wanafurahia. And then also the control. Kama ni news, would have always start with the president, then go to the vice president, and it would extend for barely almost 45 minutes, 30 minutes. Then other issues are given few, so you get like 45 minutes news, lakini 30 ni za Moi na makamu wake Saitoti. So ilikuwa inaanza mtukufu Rais Daniel, you could even predict how they will start. Mtukufu Rais Daniel Arap Moi leo amezuru nini such, then akishamaliza zake zote, second in command makamu wa rais, then picha yake inakuja nakaa, they talk behind us, the picture is there, ile portrait such. So things have really changed over the years, and it is high time twende na majira, because this chick has come out to like apologize to Kenya. She did that after the incident, and then again she has gone, now people ranted kabisa. She was forced to come and apologize again. And then I remember reading a comment, somebody advising the girl, why should you apologize to Kenyans? And even if you keep apologizing, they'll utakesha hapo mpaka ng'ombe ziende kulishwa na zirudi, bado unakesha. They will never even like accept your apology. So for me, it's good that Trudy has come out to apologize. But again, I think Kenyans went overboard, kwa sababu huyu ni msichana ambaye ameweza kuachieve. And somebody, watu wengine naona kama ni geri na wasumbua hivyo. Miss Trudy nikiangalia naona ako na 376k subscribers. How many subs? And then she has like kwa hiyo content yake naona kama ako na about 890 videos. This is a girl who has traveled around the world. She has become a blessing to the father who has been sick. Na babake I guess anampelekanga uko dialysis. He has been sick. Na the little she has made in content creation, she has been a blessing to the dad. And then because of her efforts, she met through content creation. That's how she also met the husband, who is a content creator, the Ghanaian husband, Wodemaya. And I remember an incident whereby also Wodima, there was a time he was deported from Uganda and Entebbe. And these guys harassed him barely 4 years ago. And I remember also he did a video that he went back barely after now the 4 years. He went back to the same Entebbe. He went back to Entebbe. And luckily we didn't have any issues. So Uganda.
I'm even shocked that a Kenyan telling me that I got arrested in Kenya, got deported in Uganda. Very soon they're gonna kill me and throw me in a river soon. He hopes so. People were saying like, oh, thank God you got deported. You were, how do you call it? You were using our women. It's so crazy. When I went to Uganda, I'll tell you honestly, like Uganda is the only country that I went to. Girls over there thought I was gay, because I was not ready to touch anybody, even though they were all over me.
There is also another country that has draconian laws. There was this time that I was involved in shooting for a Discovery Channel, Poland Discovery Channel, whereby they come, hire a truck, they have their own driver. He's also a driver in the US. So this guy is the main guy, you know. So we had to travel from Mombasa shooting a truck. So you are using the drones. You remember in Kenya again drones zilikuwa zimekatazwa. So tulikuwa hata kuingiza was a problem. Kwa tunatumia secret. Tukifika mahali inawekwa juu because they have to cover this. And we had paid for all the requirements za KFCB. We had already gotten all the papers. Na like the requirements, if you check KFCB requirements, number one wanasemanga wanataka there's the film permit. And then you have to identify what you are doing, the synopsis, short film, TV series, music video. Then once you do that, they say they process within 48 hours. Then now for a short one, they can do that within a few minutes, like 30 minutes. Then they need import duty if you're importing the equipment, film equipment on lazima ulipie, sure. So you have to prove umelipia. Then there's the immigration for the international filmmakers. So all of they obtain special passes. And then because I'm the one who was doing a lot of logistics, me and a friend of mine. So this, remember now we are shooting from Kenya all the way from Mombasa. The truck inatoka Mombasa all the way inasafirisha mpaka Kampala. So imagine how many days. And then he's the local driver. Now driver, he has to drive. And then he has now the film. So we are using drones. Kuna Chiska and like shooting weko camera. So you have like 3 guys. How many are they? Like 4 guys shooting. We have the sound engineer, kuna majama, and then there's the director, and they had the driver, and 3 guys. I think they were the one on the camera. 3 guys on the camera. So they would shoot kwa ile gari yetu juu. We had a Land Cruiser. Then na pia kuna jamaa drones. So cameras zilikuwa ni wase 4. There's a specialist wa drone, and then 3 guys wa camera. Na ile producer and the driver now. And now for me I was more on logistics, kujua atalala wapi, like if they need anything, mimi ndio nilikuwa nashughulika. We had already like we had already obtained and then you know you have to involve an agent here, ama agent ambaye ndiye anaenda anawagetia kila kitu. Okay, so huyo ndiye tulikuwa tumetumia. And then from there kama sasa tukaenda mpaka Uganda. Now when at the border again, now things changes. Kule ni kubaya because anyone who is filming, the state house has to know. So pale unapata saa mambo tena imebadilika. Tulikuwa na shoot na walk hata kuweka drone because kuna kama pale sasa kwa border tulikatazwa, but now the director they always want to una shoot you what is happening. So they were baiting, lakini there's this guy, security guy from Kenyan side. He was very lenient to us because he understands what you're doing. Not anything that is like a breach of security by any means. It is a genuine cause, and sometimes ni ile kuelewana tu. So my feeling is, so now when we went to Uganda, it was okay. Tukaenda tukashoot. Uzuri sasa ule jamaa alitupea security and they communicated. Sasa lazima I think they communicated state house, mnajulikana mkopta. Huko ukiingia intelligence ya Uganda ni hatari sana. They know kuna watu wameingia hivi na hivi na hivi, they know immediately. So tulienda vizuri na tukamaliza, tukaenda lori ikawa float, then tukarudi. Alafu tuliporudi tena tukaenda pande ya huko Turkana, tulipita ingine ya North Hall, South Hall, tukaenda mpaka Loyangalani and it was successful. Tukakuja tena tukashoot ingine huko Roilo, huko kwa Kware, jamaa kaendesha hizo mali za Kware, tukaenda mpaka tena Mombasa. After ferry tukachukua road ingine jamaa kaendesha, so he received a lot of content. And then also like kama kuna mahali anasimama pia tunafanya. It was a wonderful show and baadaye kaenda ikakuwa broadcast huko kwao kwa Discovery Channel ya Poland. So whatever I was trying to say is kuna laws kama these content creators, you cannot oppose the changes that are happening so far so good. So our content creators, I think it's high time we recognize our people. This is not someone who can be ignored. Even that guy who was doing that, this is a girl you cannot ignore. I think she should even be given a special treatment. And they've really promoted Kenya outside there by showing, and not only in Kenya, like Wodimaya, when I started following him, I've learned a lot through Wodimaya. Mambo mengi ya Eugene. Like Eugene, I came to realize their wildlife, of which they've not really marketed it as compared to Uganda and Tanzania. Because saizi ukiambiwa kuna wildlife Uganda, wewe utafikiria tu wildlife iko Tanzania and Kenya. But through Wodimaya amefanya nijue kwamba pia Uganda they have hizo manini wildlife of which you can go and visit. He had even go to nini Somali, and when you think Somali they are ever fighting, we have a town that is very peaceful where you can even go as a tourist destination. He has gone to China. He has never had any barrier, but here like sasa vile he was deported, and then they ensured they formatted his phone. They checked, there was nothing, as he explains in Uganda 4 years ago. They checked, then the officer said it will make you miss your flight. They threatened that at the airport. The first thing is to ensure that they psychologically torture you. They ensure you miss your flight. Then they eventually, when they realized there is nothing they could have held him with, they formatted everything he had shot like prior. So hiyo kila kitu ilikuwa nayo, the content yote ikakuwa formatted. So he lost everything and he was deported. So now this lady and where she's coming from, she, according to Trudy, she has traveled so many countries. Now she was saying like Singapore has one of the best and beautiful airports, and they even encourage you to shoot so that you can promote them, so people will want to visit Singapore. So unlike here, whereby everyone knows Trudy, of course, and if the guy is that ignorant, he could see, because kulingana na violation ile ufai kushoot. Okay, we have protected areas, of course. You cannot just go shoot DOD, because definitely they'll think you want to get information and tomorrow they are attacked. So we have protected areas, and airport being one of them. But this a girl, unaona vile wamekuja, they were just shooting themselves. Na hawajaingilia any privacy I'm saying. So kuna vile, I think we need to improve our security more. Let them check. Because anyone who want to investigate if it's a matter of security, they come with hidden cameras, of course. They won't show themselves. You know, the subject, they are not shooting like airport like this. Who is the subject? Unaona ni hao wanashoot, tuko na hii team. They're just young people who are happy. Na kuna like zile places ambazo unaweza violate. Kuna ile wanasemanga article 31C hapa Kenya. In a state video and audio recording laws. Okay? So number one, huwezi record msee without consent. But naweza jishoot hapa na kuna msee pale. As far as it's not the focus, it's not the subject, hainanga shida. You've seen the media in Kenya wanaenda kwa street like wana shooting to msee moja na wanahoji, lakini other guys are passing. Huwezi shtaki msee kama huyo because you are not the subject. And again, haukuwa kwa nyumba, ulikuwa tu in a public place. The only thing that someone can violate your rights is like your privacy, is like homes, hotel rooms, ama in a changing room. Msee kuja kushutia hapo umeinfringe your privacy. And that's what you see, hata kama wangejaribu kusiu Trudy, angeenda kotini, there is no ground ya kumsiu. Because number one, you have the content you can show. hajakuja ati na shoot TV ama kuja they were the subject. So the only thing ni vile Kagant, of which she came again and apologized, and even when the DCI came and listened to her, and he calmed her down and even calmed the situation and sorted it in a very diplomatic way. So, and again sasa unapata kama juzi Sakaja understands very well. Like sasa if these young people wanaenda kushoot video unawakalia, when shall we ever move forward? Because videography, filming, it may create stars. All the stars we have, movie stars, musicians, wamecreatiwa na film, audio and film. But here we try to tell them. And you know hata Tanzania wanafanya vizuri sana. I don't know their laws, but you can tell watu ambao wana encourage usanii na wanajifanyia nini sana, wanajimarket sana kule nje sana, wanajituma kujituma. So hapa kwetu sharti tuelewe, na msichana kama huyo atangefaa akionekana pale anapewa a special treatment, VIP. Here we only glorify politicians, and what do they do when they get to that office? Wanatunyanyasa kazi, ni kukula mali ambayo hawajaifanyia kazi. Manake kama utenda kazi wao ungekuwa bora, hii leo Kenya ingekuwa mbali sana. Lakini hao ambao tunawaaminia ndio ambao wanasababisha ama wanatuletea matatizo nchini. So watu ama vijana kama hawa wanapojituma, ni sharti tuwaelewe, na sheria zingine za kukandamiza sharti zifanyiwe marekebisho. So we cannot be living in colonial time. Na Miss Trudy limesema hizo laws zingine. We are living in 2023. This is digital era, and there's no way you can curb dissemination of information. You hawezi. So my take is, in as much as kuna sheria nyingi ambazo zinazuia, sharti tuelewe nia yake ilikuwa ni gani. Manake ni mtu anajulikana, content zake zinajulikana. Mbona tuseme asipewe heshima kwao nyumbani? Anapoenda nje anakaribishwa, wanamjua, anapewa heshima na hadhi kuu. Ila hapa kwetu ni kumkandamiza, tunawakandamiza. Content creators wako na shida ni kweli. Na shida tu si hata authorities, ila hata content creator mwenzako ndiye anakukandamiza. Kama umeenda mahali hafla fulani na mnasongamana, hana heshima na wewe, anakudharau. So I think it's a thing in Kenya whereby you just want to shine on your own. You don't want other people to shine, because whatever they were doing, simply it was negative energy. It was uncalled for, because they could see what they are doing, but you just want to, So it is understandable that ukiona mahali kumeleta shida, just be calm, kwa sababu saa nyingine utapatana na mtu ambaye naye ako na zake. Ukipatana kila mtu aje juu, naye ameweza kwa aje juu, tusaidiane. But the situation was well managed. But I would advise our people, let's love our own, and let's appreciate those people who are selling Kenya outside there. Kama an international body inamtrust na inamlipa, na wale wengine watu wanafanya content, wamefanya tujue mambo mingi sana. Hasa kina Lin Ngugi, kina Mungai Eve, tuko na zingine mingi. So these are the people we should really respect, just the way we respect the mainstream media. These are people who deserve a lot of respect, because they are doing a good job. Na wakati media inakuwa na policy yake, they've gone beyond the policy and giving us a lot of information that tungepata before. So let's honor them, let's honor our people. Let's understand that we are living in a different era and things are being done differently. So it's high time also tulegeze kamba ya mambo mingi, a lot of bureaucracy. not only in filming but pia iko kwa biashara. Every time you want to set up an industry or a company, it's really hectic here. And our president alikuwa anaongelea hiyo mambo sana, sema there are things that we should change. There are things that we should change if at all you want to move forward. So that's my take. Maoni yako pia unaweza drop hapo. Everyone is entitled to his own opinion. There's no harm on that one. Nafanya tunaendelea vizuri. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time. Na namba yangu iko hapo chini. So in case you have any story that you want us to share, kama pia uko na biashara, anything you want us to advertise, don't hesitate. Get in touch na tutafanya kazi pamoja. Thank you so much. Ni Sami Njuguna. Ukipenda Samtar, don't forget to watch, share na pia subscribe to our Cube TV.
Adonya upa muriega Cube TV usitoke hapa. Unakilia kitu. Adonya upa.